Okay, so we discussed the MCQ paper last week of 2008, and today we are going to discuss the second paper of the 2008, right? If you got a chance, we will go to the 2009 part as well, but first of all, we have to come across with 2008. Right, so now in the original paper, people they were asking you to, it's the first one is a compulsory one in the original paper. And I don't know whether there are any people who have not done the first one, because in this paper, they haven't said something like that, right? So anyway, I'm going to discuss all 6 questions, 7 rather, right? So you can see what are the things that you have completed. Right, so it is asking, write in one sentence the difference between raw data and information. Right, I'll go by the marking scheme. So it says data is raw, unorganized facts that needs to be processed. When data is processed, organized, and structured or presented in a given context so as to make it useful, it is called information. So something similar than this, right? Similar like that. You can collect the marks for that, right? So you have to define the data as well as you have to define the information, right? So you should say the data is something which has no meaning and it is unorganized, right? And it needs to be processed. And information is taken after processing the data in a meaningful manner. So it can be organized, it can be structured, right? Then it can be presented as well. Right, so any explanation which gives that idea, you can collect 2 marks for that. So for the first mark, they are going to give you 20 marks, right? And rest of the other 4 questions, you are going to have 40 marks, like 10 for each. That is how the 60 is made. Like starting from this paper until the very last paper, it is the structure which is going on the second paper, right? First question is a compulsory one and it's a 20 marks one. And you have to choose 4 from rest of the questions. So each one of them contains 10 marks. That is how 60 marks will be calculated for the second paper, right? Okay, and if you got the first one correct, you can take 2 marks. And the second question, write 2 examples of digital devices. I know these are very easy, right? So you can say what? Computers, right? Web cameras and mobile phones, right? Digital cameras, right? They have done something called abacus. Abacus is not a digital device, people, right? It's a manual one. Abacus should not be there. And calculators, right? Tablets, any kind of things, right? So you can collect 2 marks if you give 2 digital devices for the second answer, right? If you got any alternative answers, just let me know, then I'll tell you whether it is correct or not. In the third part, they are asking, write why there is no symbol on the space bar of a computer keyboard. Now, that is general knowledge, right? Because space bar is creating a space. So space cannot be recognized or represented by a symbol, right? So for that reason, there is no symbol on the space bar, right? So this is how they were going with the marking scheme. It says space has no symbols, right? And in the next question, they are asking, why is it, no, hold on, write 2 examples of guided data communication media. Yeah, so when it comes to the guided data communication media, what are the things that we have? We have coaxials, right? We have twisted pairs, we have fiber optics, right? So you can give any one of those, actually any 2 of those, to collect 2 marks, So your answer can contain coaxials, twisted pairs, fiber optics, right? Any two of those will give you 2 marks. Right. In the 5th question, they're asking why is a dot matrix printer not suitable to use in an operation theater? Right now, dot matrix printer is an example for impact printers. So impact printers will make a loud noise, and that noise is not suitable inside an operational theater, right? So that is why dot matrix is not suitable inside an operation theater, right? So have to go with the same meaning, right? Make noise during the operation, it says. So each and every explanation will give you 2 marks, people. For each and every part, you are going to take 2 marks. So the next question is saying, why do you need more computer memory to store a video clip than an audio clip of the same duration, right? So you have to say, like when it comes to the audio clips, it's just the audio data that it needs to store. And when it comes to the video clip contains both audio and video, right? Even though if that video clip does not contains audio, video pictures, right? The pictures inside the video clip, or like the frames inside the video clip, contains more data inside it, right? So because of that, even though the duration is same, audio clip is less in capacity compared to the video clip, right? So yeah. Meanwhile, the answer for the 3rd one, since space has no symbol, space is not being represented by any is not represented by any symbol. So that is why it is not. There is no any symbol. Right. Yeah, kind of, Minol, kind of. Right. Then in the 6th one, no, actually the 7th one. Out of the 2 types of personal computer memories, ROM and RAM, which memory is volatile? That is a very easy question, right? The volatile one means what? When the voltage is there, it will memorize the things. When the voltage is not there, not provided, it will forget the things. So the volatile memory is RAM. And how many volatile memories there are in our computer? There are 3: register memory, cache memory, and random access memory. Those 3 are considered to be volatile memories. And when it comes to the non-volatile memories, we can say ROM, read-only memories, and the secondary storage. Okay. All right. Then the 8th part is talking about draw the symbols you get when you file the letter F horizontally and vertically, respectively, using graphic utility software. When you file the letter, what is this? Draw the 2 symbols you get when you... Oh, I think there is a printing mistake. I'm sorry, it is not file, people. You can have marks if you do not answer that. It should be flip. Like, so they're asking draw the 2 symbols you get when you flip the letter F horizontally and vertically, right? So what's happened when it flip horizontally? If it flip horizontally, it is going to be like this as in your left hand. And if you flip vertically, it's going to be like this. Right, so the 7th one answer is RAM, and the 8th one, if you do not provide any answer, since because of my soft copy, which I have sent to you, you can have the marks. If you got the question correctly, then you better go through the horizontal flip and vertical flip. Right now, it is there, not even in the graphic editing softwares, even in the softwares like Word, they are having the flipping facility too, right? So what they are asking is like, if you got F, right? Now I cannot flip this because it won't give any facility of flipping the letters on the word processing software, right? But if you take it as a picture, flipping goes something like this. Right, so this is what you call flip vertical, flip horizontal. So horizontal flipping will change the side, like it takes left into its right. Flipping vertical, it is upside down, right? So that is why the answers for flip horizontal is like going left to it right. Flipping vertical, it goes from top to bottom. Right, the ninth one is talking about, right, two examples of full duplex communication. There are many. Mobile communication is one of the things. Video conversations, telephone conversations, mobile phone conversations, right? Those kind of things can be taken as full duplex. Right? If you got any alternative answers, let me know. So any two of these things will give you 2 marks. And the final one, it is asking what is the result of 999 mod 1000, right? And Binadi, if you say it is as switch doer, there is going to be a problem because it is not talking about a communication method doer. It is a communicating device doer, right? So you have to take telephone conversations, video conferencing, mobile phone conversations, right? So if you take a switch, means like you have to describe it a little bit to like communicating through a switch, likewise. Right? Okay. So the 10th part, what are the values for 999 mod 1000 and 1000 mod 999? So 999 mod 1000 means mod is there to recognize how many leftovers, or like what is the like when you divide 1999 by 1000, there will be zero number of thousands into the 999, and remaining part will be 999. So 999 mod 1000 gives you 999. 1000 mod 999 will give you 1, because there is one group of 999s inside the 1000 and 1 is remaining, right? So you can take the value is like this: 999 mod 1000 equal 999. 1000 mod 999 equals 1. Right. So yeah, so each and every part is going to give you 2 marks. Just see how many out of 20 you got. Okay. Well done, Minul. Well done, Saran. Right, that's a very good mark. Okay, Bisanti, that is very good. Okay, so moving to the second question. Right, so in second question, what they are asking is, let me see. Yeah. Mesandra, that is good. That is very good. So they're asking, mobile doctor is an ambulance service which provides emergency services for those who need immediate medical attention. Currently, they do not use a computer-based information system. Those who wish to receive services are required to register with them. Customers who need to service should call the customer service manager. After a short conversation, he sent an ambulance with a doctor and a nurse to the place where the patient is. After providing emergency treatment, the patient is taken to the nearest hospital. List separately, the first question is, list separately the data and information required by the customer service manager in order to provide the service. Right? So these are the things that is given by the data required by the customer service manager in order to provide the service, information required by the customer manager. So name of the patient, NIC number or ID number of the patient, location or the address, contact numbers, age of the patient, sex or the gender, identity card number of the guardian, kind of things. Right? And information required by the customer manager, brief description about current condition of the patient, direction to visit the patient, special information such as allergies, chronic diseases, likewise. Right? So according to the question, yeah, they are asking list separately data and information required by the customer service manager in order to provide the services. Yeah, so the data should be stated separately, information should be stated separately. Right? So just see whether you got data and information listed separately. Right? Any alternative answers? Let me see. So you need at least 2 data and 2 informations. Seran, blood group, it could taken as a data, Seran, not an information. All right. So the second one, Seran, about your argument. Special information. Yeah. Even your argument can give the marks, Seran. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Tamadi, yeah, that can be taken. Distance between the patient and the ambulance. Yes. Right, in the second part, what they are asking is, list what additional data is required to prepare the invoice, right? What are the additional data needs to be prepared, the invoice, right? So you can take 4 marks for this, for the first part. And list what additional data is required to prepare the invoice. These are the things. Registration number, doctor's fee, distance traveled, service charges and tax, registration fees, nurses' fees, cost of medicine, right? If anything is given inside the ambulance, right? So you can take those as the additional data, right? Like, so they are asking about 2 separate places, or like 2 separate situations. First, they are talking about what kind of data and information that we can take. And here they are asking about what kind of information required when the situation changes, right? Date of admission, yeah, can be taken, Sarah, yes. Himidiri, time duration of the service doer, that of course it's going to be something which is not practical doer, right? So like if it is number of days of being admitted or that kind of a thing we can give, but time duration, it's quite not that matching with the answer doer. Right. Current condition of the patient. Now here the problem is, they are asking the information to create an invoice. So current condition of the patient will not be taken into their consideration when they are creating the invoice. That will be the problem, Diniti, right? In the question, they ask it specifically, list what additional data is required to prepare the invoice, all right? Diniti, is it for the previous one? Yeah, you can take it. Yeah, so is it regarding the data or information?
Information.
Information, yeah, then it can be. Right, and what's the third one? State what benefits they can obtain if the use of computer-based information system. Yeah, this is going to have, the second part is going to have 2 marks. The last part is going to have 4 marks again. State what benefits they can obtain if they use a computer-based information system. So the best benefit that they are going to take is they don't need to waste their time on registering people or like having the data manually on these papers, right? So other than that, fast, easy, and accurate to deal with customer data and information, online registration scheme can be implemented. Online payment scheme can be implemented, right? So can be given those kind of things. History of patients can be tracked easily. Preparing an invoice will be easy, right? So those things can be stated. right now, the marking is going like this. So since they haven't mentioned how many you need to be written as the answer, if you got any 2 points which convince the question, so you can have 4 marks, any 2 points. Like, you can't go further than that. If you got 3 marks, you can't give 6 marks for that, because that is the allocated part of the question. So it's only 4. Okay. How was it, people? People who have done that? Oh, that's good, Anitra. That's good. Okay, Himitiri. That's a good mark. All right. Bisanti, that's very nice. That's a good mark. Great. Okay, moving to the third question. So it says, Mr. Ramesh is retired teacher who is living the rented house with his wife. He has 2 children and both of them work abroad. They send US $50 to their parents every month as living expenses. In addition to his pension, he earns some money by conducting English classes for the poor children in his village at a reasonable fee. He also receives an interest from his fixed deposit in the bank. He enters his monthly earning and expenses into the worksheet showing figure question number 3. At the end of each month, he obtains US dollars to rupee conversion rate from the bank and enters it into the cell D12 of the worksheet to store it rupee equivalent in B6 cell. Finally, he completes the worksheet and obtains a printout. Yeah, now this is the worksheet. So what are the things that they are asking now? Write a formula or a function in respective cells to produce the following information. Yeah, people, just a second. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Yeah. So write the formula of functions in respective cells to produce the following information. So it says money receives from the children in B6 cells in rupees. Now B6 cell, it is somewhere right over here. Right. And if you go through the Excel sheet, so it has a heading, monthly income and expenditures. So incomes are given in the left-hand side and the expenses are given in the right-hand side, right? So total income is taken to this point, total expenditure is taken to this point, and like reducing expenditures from income gives you the saving, and percentage is calculated according to the income that is being taken, right? So here in this particular area, currency conversion rate, US dollars, it is saying, so money received from the children in US dollars, this is the amount that is received from the children. So this is the currency conversion rate. So what is the value of $1 in rupees, right? So by multiplying these two, we'll be giving you this particular value, right? Because here they are mentioning by rupees. So here it says $50 are being received, and the dollar rate, or like the conversion rate, is 108.35 cents, right? So 50 into 108.35 cents is going to give you the cumulative value 417.50 cents, right? So the equation should be what? This should be equals, now 50 is over here, that is in D13. This should be multiplied by D12. You can write it on the other way around as well, like equal D12 into D13. It is also correct, right? So let's refer the marking scheme as well. D13 into D12 is going to give you the answer. So 2 marks if you got it correctly. Total monthly income in D11, right? So they are talking about this monthly income. So this is going to be taken by adding up these things. So in the question, they says formula or functions, right? So you can go with anything, right? So total monthly income, you can say equals, you can say B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4, right? Or else you can say equal sum B1 colon B4. Any of the answers can be taken, as well as you can say sum B1 comma B2 comma B3 comma B4. That is also can be taken, right? Any type of answer, right? You can go for those. Right, so in third one, they're asking, yes, Dua.
So it must be B3 to B6.
I'm sorry, my bad. I was referring to the wrong criteria. Yes, thank you very much, Dua. It should start from B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6. My bad, thank you very much, Dua. So it should be B3 colon B6, right? Even in here, it's going to be B3 comma B4 comma B5 comma and B6, right? Yeah. So then the total monthly expenditure in B12, so it is starting from again B3, right? So goes the same way, right? So you can write, this should be the criteria that is being considered, right? So the answer is going to be equals, you can go with D3. D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6. And it has a very long way to go. So it's going until D9, right? So D6 plus D7 plus D8 plus D9. Or else very shortly, you can say equal sum D3 colon D9, right? Or else you can use the sum by separating the things, like equal sum D3 comma D4 comma D5 comma D6 comma D7 comma D8 comma D9, right? Any of the answers can be taken as the correct ones, right? So let's refer the marking scheme as well. Yeah, here it goes, right? So equal sum B3 colon B6 or B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6, as well as you can use the sum with the cell addresses separated by commas, as well as D3 colon D9 for the third one. It goes like that. And in like each and every answer, you can collect 2 marks for each and every answer, right? So the fourth one, monthly saving in B13. So B13 is going to be like what? Income minus expenditure, right? So the answer should be equals B11 minus B12. Expenditure should be deducted by the income, right? So it is the only way that we can write it. If you write it other way around, it is wrong because it is going to provide you a minus value. So it is always B11 minus B12. And always look for the equal signs, people. If you are missing any equal sign, you are not going to collect the marks, right? Savings as a percentage of total income rounded to the 1 decimal place in cell B14. Now, rounding is not in your syllabus. So because of that, you can take marks for the 5th one, right? But I'll show you what's the answer is, right? So anyway, the percentage is calculated like B13 divided by B11, that is the income, into 100%, right? So that gives you the calculation. Rounding that particular figure into 1 decimal point, we use round function, which is not in your syllabus, right? So you can take that 2 marks, right? And just see how many you got out of 10. Okay, well done. Yeah, well done, Anitra. So if you do this carefully, you can take 10 out of 10 without a problem, right? So when you are having this practice with the papers, you will see how easy the Excel question can be achieved, right? Very good, Himidri, right? Dulagi, very good. Right. Okay, so moving to the next question, the 4th one. Seran, round up. I really don't have any idea about round up function, Seran. Need to go through that and see, Seran. Minul, come again.
So what's the answer of the 5th one?
5th one, you can take marks, Minul, because round function is not in your syllabus. So you can take the marks for that, Minul.
We can't just write a formula like B13 divided by B11 into 100.
Yeah, like it won't round the particular value into 1 decimal point. What they're asking is like take your answer rounded to 1 decimal point. So like writing just B13 divided by B11 into 100 will give you an answer with several decimal points, Minul, right? Okay, so moving to the 4th one. Now in my paper, this particular process is not very clear. Neither. Someone has asked a question about that in the morning. I couldn't reply really. Right. I was a little bit busy in the morning. I just saw it. And I couldn't really reply that. I'm very sorry for that, people. It's like I only realized it was a problem with the paper when I was working with this. Right. So yeah. So in the flow chart, this process should indicate x equals x plus 2. Diniti, Dua, using the percentage mark will give you a percentage to it. Right? So let me check. Right? As I remember, it's going to give you a percentage with the percentage mark. So sometimes it may go wrong, right? Let me check it, Dua, let me check it. And I'll take some sample values. Let's say this is as 10, some odd value, let's say this is 15, and this is 45. And if I say equal A1 divide by A2, and where's the star 100%. Yeah, it comes like this too. It won't be a good answer. Like it won't show percentage mark, but it's going to give you like several different decimal points. Like we can't limit it to the 1 decimal point, right? But in case if they are asking you to, like, they can ask it like this. They can ask a question. They can ask the same question. So you have to say, you have to write this particular formula in the cell, in the particular cell. Then from the, in the home tab, using the formats inside the number group, using the decrease decimals button, you have to reduce the decimal points or like decimal places into 1, right? Then you have to explain it, right? So first of all, you say you are writing this particular formula on this cell, then format it to have only 1 decimal place, right? You can go like that, right? Okay. All right, now when it comes to the flow chart, this process should have x equal x plus 2, right? And it is saying figure question 4 shows flow chart that displays the odd numbers in certain range, right? The first 3 and last 2 numbers displays by it, right? So if we consider the flow chart, now look at it. So it is saying start. So starting will happen, x equal 1. So 1 will be there. And it says display x. So the display column should be there. So 1 will be displayed, right? Then x will be increased by 2. So x will become 3 then, right? It will ask a question, x larger than 100. So x is not larger than 100. So it goes on the no path, and comes here, right? It says then display x again. So it's going to display 3, right? Then 3 will be increased by another 2. It will be 5. Then goes and checks the condition again. So it is not still. So goes up and display X. Now you have to, if you are going to figure out what are the outputs, you have to learn how these outputs are going to be generated. What is the pattern that is where the outputs are being generated. Now, the relationship is like per iteration, it's going to display X first. It's going to display X first. This is what is going to happen in the first place. Then in the same iteration, it's going to increase value to its next odd number. So this is the relationship of a one single iteration. It first display and increase, right? So then what's going to happen when you display 5? Once you display 5, it's going to be increasing to 7. So we know now this is there to display the odd numbers, right? And the limit that they are figuring out is X larger than 100. That is what they are asking as the number. So 99 is the largest odd number that we can find in this range before 100. So when 99 is displayed, X will be increasing to 101, right? So from this 99 will be displayed. From this, it will be increasing to 101. Then this condition is going to be true. True means it's going to go on this particular path, right? So that means displaying is going to end from here, 99. So what they are asking is first 3 values and last 2 numbers. So first 3 values are going to be these 3. Last 2 is going to be before 99. It should display 97. So these are going to be the last 2 values. People, is that clear how we argue to have the outputs? So we have to figure out what is happening inside a one single iteration. Yes, everyone, is that clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Right, great. So that means your answer is going to be 135. Those are the first 3 inputs, first 3 displays or the output, and last 2 output is the 97 and 99, right? So let's check the iteration as well. Yeah, the marking scheme. So it gives you the same thing. And they're asking for the pseudocode, right? For the same flowchart, right? So it is easy to write. You really don't need to maintain these indentations, but it's better, then it will be a very good practice, right? So how we are going to write this pseudocode? It's easy. So you can use start or begin, right? Usually we put begin with the pseudocode, right? So X will be assigned as 1. So then you are going to enter into the iteration structure, right? There, the condition is going to be right over here. And this big part is going to present you the iteration. So you know when this is converted into a pseudocode, condition should comes first, right? So if you are using while, you have to take the complete opposite of this condition. Why I am going to take the complete opposite of this condition? Because it goes on the no path. So the complete opposite of this condition is x less than or equals 100, right? Then should be there. Then you have to say display x equals x plus 2. Then end while will be there. And finally, end is going to be there. Right, so if you look into the marking scheme, it goes the same way. And in case if you write this using repeat until, you can write it using repeat until as well. Begin x equal 1. So you can say repeat. Then you are going to give the things in the very same way. Display x equals x plus 2. And the condition stays as it is until x larger than 100. Then you are going to end the pseudocode, right? You can go with those two ways, right? So the common way, like when we referring into a particular iteration, we refer mostly to a while loop, right? But we can choose repeat until as well over here, right? So when it comes to the marks, you can take for the correct outputs. I'm going to give you how many they are going to ask for 5. Yeah. It's 2 for the first 3 inputs. This is you are going to take 2. Here you are going to take 1. So it's 3 marks, right? And for the pseudocode, I'm going to give you another 3. And they are asking us to modify the flow chart. In what way? Let me clear this and put it in the whiteboard so it will be easier. Yeah. So you are going to have for first 3 inputs, you are going to take 2 marks. Last 2 inputs, you are going to take 1 mark. Pseudocode, you are going to take 3 marks. And for the flow chart, you are going to take 4 marks. So it says state how to modify the given flow chart to display all even numbers from 1 to 100 inclusive, right? So there is only one different, or like only one thing we have to change. It is the initialization of the 100. Oh, there it has went. Right? So it is only the initialization of 100. This particular one needs to be converted as 2. So if you start it from 2, so first 2 will be displayed, then it will be increased by a 2, right? So likewise, you can see things will be displayed from 1 to 100, including 100 as well. Right, so in the marking scheme, that is the only difference that they have done, right? Yeah, yeah, 4 marks is kind of a big mark for that modification, right? I'm going to amend the marks, people. So let's go it like this. I'm going to increase for the first 3 inputs 3 marks, last 2 inputs 2 marks, and pseudocode 3 marks. For the flowchart modification, it's 2 marks. Right? Take the marks on that manner. Right, and people who have done that, let me know. Very good, Minul. Himitiri, yes, that is also possible, Dua. Hold on, let me check the question. State how to modify given flow chart to display all even numbers from one. Yes, yes, Dua. So if you describe the initialization x equal 1 should be changed into x equal 2, then you can take the marks. Dulagi, it should be the other way around, Dua. So you can reduce 1 mark for that, right? Reduce 1 mark and you can take the marks. Right, Diniti, that's a good mark. Himidiri, very good. Dulagi, very good. Right, moving to the 5th question. So in the 5th question, hold on, there is a question. What was that? Binadi, if you use x equal x plus 1, it's going to be a problem. Like it's only like if you start now, if you are only changing that point, x is going to increase 1 by 1. So for the very first one, you will be getting 2, right? Then you are going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 likewise, because it's the x that they are displaying. So if you are increasing x 1 by 1, so you are going to display like the number sequence one after the other, not like 2 by 2. Are you getting the point, Binadi? Right? Okay. All right. So the fifth one is saying, it is a well-known fact that the business world has continuously nourished by the advance in technology. Being one of the newest and the foremost technologies, the internet technology has made the business community aware of how easily World Wide Web, which is operated through the internet, can be utilized to perform in the challenging world. I'm sorry. Today, even the retail shop maintains a website to provide their services to a wider clientele, unlike traditional retailers. eMart is a retailer who intend to adopt the new technology described above to expand its services over the web. So eMart, there is someone called eMart. Right, Binadi, no worries, no worries. So they are asking, list 2 advantages eMart would get by having a website. Yeah, let's go by the marking scheme. Here are the disadvantages. I'm sorry, they are talking about advantages first, right? Yeah, 2 advantages. Yeah, here are the advantages. eMart becomes 24-hour open business to that business so that the customer can find products information before they purchase. Online ordering and purchasing facility can be implemented, e-shopping. And there can be many more advantages. They are open for a bigger clientele, and it is open for the open to entire world, right? So 24, it is available in 24 hours, all 365 days, right? So they can have a sale not only by the local market as well as in the international market as well, right? So since they can introduce many different products onto their websites, they can have a very big product range, and at the same time they don't need to maintain a very big stock in their stores, right? Like they can prepare when the order is being placed. So they don't need to maintain a stock kind of things. Like if it is a physical shop, they should always keep a stock on the goods, because someone will come and ask whether this thing is there, so you have to provide it. But when it comes to the internet sellings, or like the e-commerce type of things, when the customer places the order, you can prepare for the order, right? So you don't need to maintain a very big stock, as well as you don't need a physical place to maintain your business. It's only a place inside the web. So likewise, there are many different advantages are there when you are maintaining your business through a website. Yes, Dulagi. Now, hold on, Dua. That's a little bit two advantages. Yeah, Dua, it is a little bit arguable because like when we are advertising on the internet or web, anyone can go for that, Dua. Even for an offline shop can place an advertisement online, right? So it won't be a specific advantage being on the website, or like being being inside the web, right? Yeah, Himidiri, better communication with customers. Yeah, of course. Like you can use a virtual assistant, or you can use a chat services with them. So yeah, better communication with customers can be taken. Yeah, services efficiently. Hold on. Yeah, are they talking about any goods over here or both? Hold on to yes, yes. Since they haven't expanded services, no? Yes. Yes, you can go for that. You can go for that, Diniti, right? Can hold the services efficiently, or like can provide the services efficiently, right? Okay, can be taken. All right, so the second part, it is asking list 4 items of information that can be provided to customer through their website. List 4 items of information that can be provided to customer through their website. Yeah. So here a list of things: roadmap and company information like profile, address, telephone numbers, and all these things, right? And product informations like all ones or new ones or upcoming ones or the sale items, right? Information on sales promotions, right? As well as some discounts, right? Seasonal offerings can be taken, and opening hours, holidays, right? So those kind of things can be given. So any 4 of these things, right? Like roadmap and company information, company information, profile, address, telephone, email, those can be taken as 4 different things, right? So they're asking list 4 items of the information that can be provided customers through their website, right? So you can have any type of ones. Right. Then So you can take the marks like according to the facts that they have given. So that means like 2 marks for these 2 advantages, 4 marks for the 4 items, and again 2 marks for this, and again 2 marks for this, right? So they say list 2 features that can be incorporated into the website to make it attractive. 2 features that can be incorporated into the website to make it attractive, right? So it can say design an eye-catching homepage by incorporating suitable graphics and animations, provide an efficient means of searching, and providing up-to-date information, right? Other than that, you can say like can implement a virtual assistant kind of a thing. So the people's frequently asked questions can be solved through that virtual assistant, right? So those kind of things can be taken as the answers, right? So just see whether you got, and if you got anything alternatively, just let me know. Right, so the next question is about state 2 methods to increase the awareness of the website among public. So they are asking about how to market this website, right? So advertising through traditional media such as radio, television, newspapers, handouts, posters, making awareness through email campaign and internet, right? Making advertisement in social media. Yeah, Himidiri, that can also be taken for the third one. Different font sizes and colors for goods and prices. Yeah, can be taken right? So like advertising in traditional media, advertising in social media, right? Email campaigns, SMS campaigns, right? Those kind of things can be taken. Link into social media. Yeah. For the third one, Diniti, hold on, Diniti. In the third one, the question was, is 2 different features. Yeah, Diniti, like linking to the social media, it's kind of a making link. It will not make the website attractive to her. If you could say like publishing the social media comments or feedbacks on the website, that can be taken as a correct one. But creating just a link, it won't be that attractive neither. Displaying website URL on the product packaging. Yes, that can be taken as the 4th one. No problem. Himidiri, yes. Okay, so as I told you, marks goes like this. Dulagi uploading videos to the internet about the way of using. Yes, Dulagi. Now, Dulagi, this is for the 4th one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, can be taken, can be taken. And it's better you say, the way of using the website, it's better you say uploading videos to the internet about the website and its benefits, right? Like it's kind of an advertisement, right? So that kind of a thing, right? Will be much better. Okay. So moving to the 6th question, people. Write the short notes on 3 of the followings. The impact of ICT on Sri Lankan youth. Yeah, when it comes to these kind of questions, you can plot these kind of facts, right? This is not just what you call a short note in part. They are just giving you some facts to be written inside the short notes, right? So it's better you indicate it as a small paragraph, like 4 to 5 lines, right? Yeah, Saran, in here it is in practical knowledge, but soon you will realize, like I wonder that format has been taken into the 2009 paper. Soon you will realize they are going to introduce one whole question using the database lesson, right? So it's going to change not only 2009 paper as well, right? Let me check. It's in the 2000, starting from 2000, not 10 as well, in the 11. Yes, from the 2011. Yeah. Now, when it comes to the 2011 onwards, you will see there is a small question coming from HTML, which will be very easy for you guys. And again, there will be a question from database. Again, it's going to be a very easy one, right? Now, when it comes to your structure, it comes like that. Second paper, first question is a must. Then there will be Excel question, database question, HTML question, right? Those are like 3 hot questions that everyone is going to choose, right? Because those are that easy, right? When you know the concept, then you can go for it. Then again, definitely there will be a flowchart one. And the other one, in mostly they are asking about to write things, right? Okay, so in the 6th question, the first topic that they are asking is like about the, they're asking us to write only 3 topics, right? The impact of ICT on Sri Lankan youth. So you have to go on these particular facts, the internet and the awareness of the ICT regarding the literacy rate, and the getting used to explore and use of information resources using World Wide Web, electronic communication methods using email, chat, blogs, and all these things, entry into the global market, e-governance, e-commerce kind of things. So you don't need to include all these facts, right? Your explanation should have some facts which is similar to this, right? And the second topic is asking about disadvantages of computer games. You have to take addiction as the very first place, like most of you may know about it, right? And the other problems that you are going to face with, right? Kind of particular illnesses can be there, right? And particular muscle injuries, right? Like vision syndromes, those kind of can be there, right? And as well as it will affect on your mental health as well, right? Because you are a kind of an obsession or kind of a addiction is being made. In some situation, it will be a problem, right? So those facts should be taken into consideration. And in the third part, it says health issues that may be caused by mobile phones. Yeah, so when it comes to there, you have to talk about these fertility problems, microwave radiation problems, right? And again, being addiction to that with the combination of this social media and all these things, right? And the e-waste point of view, right? So those facts should be included, right? And if you got any doubts about your writing, just let me know. I will go through and tell whether these things are going to be okay with your explanations, right? And in the 4th one, they are talking about use of ICT to develop the agricultural sector of Sri Lanka. Yeah. So then you have to, you should remember what are the applications that we talk about regarding the agriculture when we use ICT. So you have to argue on those facts, right? So there can be new equipments we can use, robotics can be taken into the fields, right? So it will reduce the human effort on the agriculture, right? And again, using the technologies, we can predict the weather as well as the climate, right? And use of these greenhouses and all these things, it will be easier for us to, easier for the farmers to maintain their crop, right? And they can grow more harvest with the help of many different technologies, which is being improved using the ICT. So those kind of facts can be given, right? So since it is asking to elaborate only 3 topics, each and every topic is going to contain 3.3 marks, right? So if you are not satisfied with the things that you have written, if these facts are not in your answer, just let me know. Let me see your answer so I can give you the marks and tell how the things are going to happen. Yeah, Dunagi, that can be taken as a correct one. Yes, Dua. Yes, sure, can be taken. No problem. Okay, so that concludes the paper, and let me know your final mark, people, right? How many you got out of 60? So how the 60 is going to be made out of? 20 for the first question, 40 for the rest of the 4 questions, right? ඔක්කොටම දාලා calculate කරගන්න එපා වැඩිපුර ගාණක් 100 ගාණක් එයි, right? So be careful. First question must be given out of 20, and you take 4 questions which you have the where you got most marks, right? Yes, let me see, Dua. Let me see. I received yours. Okay, right, okay. For the first one, you can take full marks, Dua, 3.3. Yeah. About the third one, health issues. Yes. Yes, Dua, you have pointed out a lot of health issues there. So yes, you can take full marks for the second part as well. So the second short note. Seran, yes, that's a very good mark. Mesander, okay, very good. So see how many you got out of 100, Pita. Right, and third part, Dulagi, hold on. Yeah, that's quite good, Dua. You can take full marks for that question. No problem. No problem. Very good. Very good. Okay, Onetra, yes, that's a good mark. but you have to improve, right? And see how many you got out of 100, right? Mesanda, that's a very good mark. Himidiri, that's quite good, Dua, very good. Keep it up. Onetra, very good, and keep it up, right? Yeah, how about others? Okay, Vihasna, that's a good mark, Dua. It's a very good mark. Binadi, okay, well done. Keep it up. Viriti, that's good. That's good. Let me see how about like out of 100, how did you do? Minol, very good, very well done. Metni, you have to improve a little bit, Dua. It's not a bad mark, but you can go. You take another like 10 to 9 marks. Try to get 10 to 9 marks, right? This is a good mark, Dua, not a bad one, right? And let me see how many out of 100 you got. Viriti, yeah, okay. Very good, very good. Keep it up, Dua. Dulagi, very good. Well done. Keep it up. Diniti, okay, very good. Keep it up, Dua, right? And people, like, just see what you have went wrong, right? Now, all of you are in a very good position. I hope that you are honest to yourself when you are doing the papers, right? Don't go on the books and all these things, right? Then May paper please rehearse, right? Rehearse and do the next one, right? Okay. All right, that's great. Okay, since we got 4 more minutes, I'm going to show you the marking scheme of the 2009, the MCQs, right? Himidiri, that's a very good mark. Keep it up, Dua. Right? And Dulagi, it's a very good mark. Diniti, it's a very good mark. Keep it up. Has everyone complete with the 2009 one? Is there anyone who has not done the 2009 paper yet, the MCQ? If so, we can correct it by next week. Anyone who has not done with 2009?
So I have.
Right, okay, right, okay. Okay, never mind. So we are going to discuss the 2009 by next week then. So get ready with it. Do the entire paper, time it and do the entire paper, right? So I'm going to end the session from here just for today, right? Okay, okay. Okay, people. So complete it by next week, right? Yeah, I will, Himidiri. I will put the 2009. Last week, didn't I put last week? I remember Minul was asking me to put it on the last week, but I don't remember whether I put it or not. Anyway, I'm going to put it now, definitely, right? Okay, people. So I'm going to end the session from here just for today, right? So I'll meet you on next week for the very same time, right? So get ready with the 2009 paper, right? Okay. Have a very nice weekend, people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Right,
sir.
okay,
Very good.
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Right, okay, Minul. Right, okay,
Thank you, sir.
right, okay, Dua. Right, okay.
Thank you.